Khloe and Tristan celebrate True's second birthday amid the coronavirus quarantine as Kylie and Travis are quarantined together in Palm Springs. Exes J.Lo and Diddy reunited virtually, and Liam Hemsworth, he's sharing that Easter thirsty trap. This is ET Live at Home. Let's talk about, okay, so this weekend was True Thompson's second birthday, and we know the Kardashian Jenners, they throw, even if she's turning 2, it would have been this lavish, over-the-top, huge themed birthday party, of course, because of the pandemic. The entire family is practicing social distancing, and so they had to celebrate a little different this year, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did. But you know what? Khloe still made sure that True had a very special birthday. There were obviously a lot of lavish balloons that were scattered all over what looks to be a bedroom that you could see True, playing around. And then, of course, on top of the balloons, they had a bunch of trolls birthday cakes for her, and it was cute. Khloe and Tristan both took turns holding True while she blew out her candle. So still making sure that she had a fun second birthday. But I can't help but to think of what that party would have looked like,
Right.
had we not be in, the middle of a pandemic.
I'm also thinking about the fact that obviously True got to celebrate with both her mom and her dad, and it was just the three of them. Kind of special. She's young. I'm not sure how much she'll remember, but what a interesting bonding moment for Khloe and Tristan. I mean, obviously they've been through so much. I feel like hell and back. I feel like based on what I've seen on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, they're in a friendly place now, especially with the rest of the family. We saw Kim take Tristan out to dinner when they were in New York. So I think everything's cool, but the quarantine's forcing them to really just take some alone time as a family. It's crazy.
I know a lot of people keep joking around on social media that therapists are gonna need to draw up a lot of divorce papers after quarantine and whatnot. But I feel like it's opposite for Khloe and Tristan in the sense that this quarantine could possibly make their bond stronger. I mean, obviously we know that first and foremost, True is their priority.
Yeah.
They are really great examples of co-parenting and writing that book. And even Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott are also, really great at co-parenting and making sure that their child is at the forefront of everything that they do. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think that Khloe and Tristan will ever get back together. I know that's a bold statement to make. I just think that there's too much in the past to have a clean slate, but I think what they're doing with True is amazing, and I think that this time together as a family of 3 is going to be really special for them, because think about both Tristan's, schedule as an athlete, and then also Khloe's schedule as Khloe Kardashian and a business. I know. I'm how can I describe her? A businesswoman, a mom, an entrepreneur, a reality TV star, all of the things that she has going on. It's very rare to get this quality time together in the same place with those people that you love. So, I think it's nothing but good things for them.
Crazier things have happened, I feel like, and I could see in what world maybe one day that happens. We talk about it because this time they share a daughter together. But I will say also last week, Keeping Up, Khloe had admitted to her mom that she hasn't dated anyone since Tristan, and she doesn't know if she ever will.
I really don't think she's ready. Khloe has one of the big, I don't know her personally. She's not, I can't call her up, but from what I see on the show.
You're not texting her?
No, she's not texting me back. I'm just kidding. She just has this big heart, and she loves hard, but she gets hurt hard. And when she gets hurt to the magnitude of what she's been through, it's only normal for her to have, be taking this time to just be all about herself, be all about her daughter, and not really focus on the dating scene too much. I think if anybody's going to get back together, it's going to be Kylie and Travis.
You think? Okay, because they're also writing the book on co-parenting. I feel like, obviously they had their mom, Kris, and Robert Kardashian before he passed as models, right? Of what this could look like and how successful it can be. But Kylie and Travis, they're also quarantined together. They're in Palm Springs, but with Stormi and also Kris Jenner. So it's a family affair. They posted a video over the weekend where they're making pizzas out in the back oven. Cause that's what they do in Palm Springs.
Also in the most lavish home that you could be quarantining in. It's like, it's insane.
But like, so I guess the question is like, can exes quarantine together? And more importantly, can you quarantine with your mother-in-law? Like Chris is there too, hanging out with Travis and like the kid.
Denny, when you are at a mansion and there are multiple rooms you can escape to and like nooks and crannies of a house that you can get away from people if they're bugging you, yes, you can absolutely quarantine with them. If you put my ex in this room, there's my moving boxes. Absolutely not. He'd be off the balcony by now.
In my little 800 square feet, it's not gonna work. But like,
also when you have a child involved, it is different. And I can't speak for, you know, firsthand experience with that, as I do not have any kids. But when you have that child involved, you make it work. And really at the end of the day, Travis and Kylie seem to be really great friends. And that's how they started off in the relationship first, as best friends. And, you know, as they work through their own personal issues, that's where they're at right now. But
I feel like also Kylie has been preparing for a quarantine like this ever since she got pregnant with Stormy. She even said that she was at home like for months, and so it fully prepared her for this moment. I feel like there's only two people in that entire family who would like actually thrive in this environment, and it's Kylie and Courtney.
Yeah.
Courtney's probably loving life right now because, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to talk to anyone. I get to stay inside with my kids.
And go to your movie theater and go lay out at your giant pool that's the size of a football field. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm getting cabin fever over here, Cass. I need to get out. Oh my God.
Listen, well, you know what? If you need entertainment while you're in quarantine, the celebrities are giving it to us. Did you see Diddy's live stream that he did? Okay, take it away.
No, it's just like I don't know how this happened. I think it's because the quarantine is really making everyone accessible. Everyone's cooped up at home. They want to hop up on Instagram Live. They don't care who's throwing the party. Diddy threw a party though. He kicked off what he called the world's biggest dance-a-thon on Instagram Live, and it's to raise money for healthcare workers on the front line of the coronavirus outbreak. But little did we know, his ex J.Lo popped in for the dance-a-thon. It was
you doesn't miss a dance party, Denny.
Which, by the way, and J.Lo pointed this out, did you see Diddy's beard? I'm like, he is literally bunkered down right now. He's got this, like, salt and pepper, like, very grizzly beard. It's wild.
You're taking a page out of his book.
I know, and look, my hair's getting long.
You look great, sweetie. You look great. Wow, I just spit. Wow, this is where we're at in quarantine.
Don't worry, I still got my house slippers on. Everything.
Oh, I actually put jeans on today for the first time. I'm wearing denim.
Oh my God, so brave.
Don't
so
let
brave.
it fool you. They're the boyfriend baggy style. So,
so brave.
Anyway, back to J.Lo and Diddy. So sorry.
The exes reunited. What did you make of it?
I loved it. Obviously, J.Lo and Diddy dated many moons ago. I mean, we're talking 1998 to 2001, like decades ago at this point. And they've always remained really good friends. Yeah. We've seen, them be at the same events together in public. I mean, there's obviously no bad blood between the two. They both have moved on with their lives, but I love a good reunion, and the internet loves a good reunion. And I think it was more so not the fact that they had this epic reunion on Instagram Live, but the fact that A-Rod also got involved in this and also was like one of Diddy's biggest fans was the cutest thing in the world.
Wait, let's take a look in case you guys missed it.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi.
A-Rod, what's going on, player?
Cheers, my brother. Cheers, my brother.
Cheers, Presidente, to life, to love, to the healthcare workers.
Everybody on the front lines right now. It's crazy out there.
Everybody. How's the family? How's everybody doing?
Everyone's doing really, really good. We had a beautiful Easter here already. We had a little Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
And the kids are running around and jumping in the pool, and we couldn't ask for anything more.
You can tell that A-Rod stands Diddy a little bit. Like, he's a fan. Like,
a little bit. I would say a lot, like top of the playlist type of thing.
That's so fun.
But he's also like, he's a grown man. He doesn't care that Diddy is, his fiance's ex. Like, that's the past.
It was another era. Like, it was a completely different era.
It was a whole lifetime ago. This was like Versace green dress lifetime ago.
You're so right. Like literally that. Literally that. But it's like all these exes are reconnecting in quarantine. Like remember when Jennifer Aniston commented on John Mayer's Instagram Live a couple weeks ago?
What's up with all the Jennifers lurking on exes? I'm just kidding.
They're on social media, okay? You know.
No, it's a very easy time, I would say,
Oh.
to, in all seriousness, this is a very difficult time for people who are single like myself, and you're constantly alone, and you are tempted to, you know, literally just have any type of contact, whether it be, you know, someone on a dating app or someone in your past, like an ex. But obviously in this situation with J.Lo, it was nothing more than a friendly, like Instagram friend connecting into the live situation.
It was an amazing surprise, though. It's like when Brad and Jen reunited at the SAG Awards, everyone kind of blew up because, again, with their relationship, I hate to say it, and like, you know, tabloid, make it a tabloid thing, but like it was just so iconic, and we followed their entire like love saga, you know. So I think that's why it was so cool to see them together again. But can we talk about how it was so star-studded? Like he got so many people to hop on the Instagram Live. At one point, I saw Maluma like in his fur coat, and I'm like, okay, he got everyone. Including, I follow his every move, so I was like, oh, he's there. I'm tuning in.
I popped in and out because it was pretty lengthy, but at one point when Lizzo was on this live stream, I almost was holding my breath because I was like, what is gonna happen? Like, because Lizzo is when I think of Lizzo, I think of party. And mind you, this was on Easter Sunday. And so she's like pulling out all the dance moves. She starts like getting low like this. And I'm like, girl, what you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? And
she is risen. Like she is
risen. And Diddy was like, listen.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Easter Sunday. Let's play something a little bit family friendly.
I'm sorry.
So people online started kind of dragging Diddy a little bit because hours later, Dre Michelle, the model, popped up and she was twerking. So we're like, oh, so fans online were basically saying, oh, Lizzo can't twerk, but Dre can. He literally had to go on Instagram story to kind of clear it up, which Lizzo reposted, where he was like, no. It wasn't that Queen Lizzo was twerking, which we know she can do. It was that the song had expletives in it.
And you know that's the truth, because immediately after Diddy came in and kind of interrupted her dance, when she was apologizing, she realized it was for the song, not the dance moves, because then she said, okay, let's switch the song, let's play Juice by Lizzo, by Lizzo. So that's the truth. There's no tea here.
Why was that more awkward than when J.Lo popped up with A-Rod to talk to her ex Diddy? Like the Lizzo thing, I thought was so awkward.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a little awkward because at first I thought it was because of the twerking. I understood it was like Easter Sunday, like he kind of wanted to keep it, you know, twerk free essentially. Yeah. But it was more so because she was genuine, like, I'm really sorry, like I'm so sorry, and she kept apologizing, and I was like, oh, don't apologize, you're good.
Yeah. Well, someone who showed off his goodies on Instagram, Liam Hemsworth. I'm gonna let you take this one, okay? You kick things off on this one.
He never has to apologize. He never has to apologize for this one. He was the Easter bunny, leaving us all the treats on Easter Sunday, Denny. Yes. He took to Instagram and gave us this thirst trap, literally just laying in bed, perfectly sculpted face with his scruff and like holding what looks to be probably his coffee, his tea, whatever the hell he's drinking on Easter Sunday morning in bed, and the black and white picture of it, like it was majestic. I double tapped on it. I sent it to a few people, and I did not comment on it, but
I want a sip of whatever
my comments are here on this.
Okay. I want a sip of whatever he's drinking. He looked so good, and he was encouraging everyone to stay in bed. I'm like, say no more, fam.
Say no more, fam.
But obviously, this comes as he also was on the cover of Men's Health. And, you know, obviously he's since moved on from Miley. A source recently told ET that Liam is happy with his low-key girlfriend, Gabriella Brooks. And things look to be coming up Liam, though. The man looks good. He's got this low-key girlfriend, according to our source. But also, he kind of had a rough end of his 20s. And now he's transitioning into his 30s. And he tells Men's Health he is on a freaking journey. I mean, you remember that he lost his house in the Malibu wildfires. Apparently he got surgery for a kidney stone.
Yeah, that was honestly one of the most surprising parts about this entire Men's Health interview is, you mentioned he looks good, but he also feels good, which is like what's almost more important in this sense, because he went through a journey literally with his health. It all started, obviously he was very into a vegan diet, which led him to get a kidney stone, which led him to have surgery, which then led him to rethink this vegan diet. But now he says he's healthy, he's good, he's found this balance, he's working out, he's finding different things like ice baths to help with his mental and physical health, and that's his priority now. But it was a pretty alarming interview, because it also makes you humanize with someone who's this celebrity stature, like, oh, they're also like us, they also deal with very scary health issues too.
And he even told Men's Health the lesson that he learned coming out of his 20s into his 30s. And I got to read it verbatim, because it's also, I feel like, a lesson all of us could take right now in this current situation. Appreciating the little things, especially in times that maybe things aren't going the way I planned or the way I wanted things to go, is the lesson that he learned. And I'm like, preach, man. Don't we all, though, in our 20s? You still got a couple more years, but girl, I'm past that. I learned it. Put it into practice.
We appreciate the little things these days, like his thirst trap photos that he posts on Instagram. No, I mean, in all seriousness, obviously we are going through unprecedented, scary times right now in this pandemic. And I think it's really helping everyone learn to appreciate the little things more. Like I found myself the other day listening to birds chirping outside and finding this sense of calm and peace and hopefulness with it. It's those type of little things that bring so much more joy these days, that I feel like once life resumes back to normal, whatever that is, that we are going to have a newfound gratitude for smaller things like that. And hopefully it'll just make mankind a better place, since we're all going to be hopefully a little bit more positive and grateful to be alive, and for all the things in our lives, like, whether it's small things like birds chirping or big things like our health.
Or small things like a freaking haircut. I will never take that luxury for granted again. I'm sure
How are you doing? Have you resorted to getting the clippers yet? What's
literally
going on?
Pranav, my boyfriend, had to take a beard trimmer to cut the sides. We haven't touched the top. It's getting really long, which is why I'm now rocking like these waves.
I think you look great. I love you with the long hair and like the scruff. So I think this look works for you. But I mean, celebrities are they're taking to drastic measures. I mean, Hillary Duff, she just posted on Instagram, she dyed her hair blue. She wasn't even just trying to cover up gray hairs or dye the roots. She full on went blue. Maybe she's feeling the blues. I don't know. Maybe I took a page out of her book and did some blue eyeshadow. But I feel like this is really, honestly, yes, people are resorting to desperate measures or whatnot, but it's also a really creative time. And maybe this was pure like, hey, I don't have anywhere to be. I don't have a red carpet to go. I'm just going to experiment with this.
Or, you don't have any acting gigs right now. Everything's essentially stalled. Yeah. And so there's not a studio telling you how to cut your hair, how to color it, or whatever part it is. You get to have fun and do what you want. I actually loved the blue hair. And it's literally, by the time we're out of here, it's going to be blonde again. I already know.
And it could also be like Lauren Elena, the country singer, what she did is it wasn't permanent dye. It ends up washing out after a few days and whatnot. But what's so interesting and kind of comical is that, obviously when this pandemic first started, we saw things like toilet paper and hand sanitizer flying off the shelves. Now stores are struggling to even keep like hair clippers on the shelves, hair dye, nail kits. Oh my, you can't find a nail kit to save your life now.
It's spa days all day, every day at people's homes now. And also I want to add to that list, flour. Apparently everyone's baking up a storm too. So it's like, those are things we're stocking up on.
Self-care is so important these days. It really is. And I'm not even like making a joke out of it. Making sure, obviously our physical health is so important, but also our mental health as well. If it means baking some cookies, FaceTiming a friend, dyeing your hair, cutting yourself bangs, do what makes you happy right now.
Or buzzing your hair bald. Did you see Colton Underwood? He's got a shocking.
I don't know why. Sorry.
Yeah, that too.
It's because I'm on my bar card, Denny.
I love it. Did you see Colton Underwood's shocking new haircut? So he posted this video of girlfriend Cassie Randolph like about to trim his hair, and then
don't trust Cassie's with clippers.
I love you, girl, but I would never let you near it. Not here. No. I have a feeling I would turn out like Colton. Fans don't think it's real, but he posted the reveal, and it's like he's got a nearly bald look with the hair on the side. Which
after Carson Daly bamboozled us, now we can't trust anything.
That wasn't real?
I don't think it was. No, it's like a hair stick.
Oh, I thought he buzzed it. Wow, I'm shook right now.
I thought so too.
Well, I don't think Colton's is real, although I will say that is like a trend right now, like an internet like meme, people doing the old man's haircut. You've seen it on a lot of kids. But anyways, whether that's real or not, people are bored. I'll tell you what.
Denny, look, because he 4 days ago, this was it. And then
on today.
3 days ago, all the hair is back.
Are you sure that's not a throwback? I think that might be a throwback.
No, because look, fun dressing up for Easter, family mask. There it is. And zoom in on his head. He's got a full head of hair, Denny.
This is the case for the FBI.
That's why I can't trust people these days.
Oh my God, this makes our job a lot harder.
Listen,
okay?
I have all the time in the world now to go down the rabbit holes to FBI.
Yeah.
CIA, all this stuff. So you need something investigated, you call me up.
Listen,
that's why I'm wearing black. It's my investigation uniform.
In that case, I'm so glad my FBI agent cohort was here for ET Live at Home today. Cassie, thank you so much. So good to see you. You'll be back tomorrow with some more tea on the celebrities. Until then, I need on ET. Until then, I'm about to go make another coffee, girl. You guys, let's get this Monday right, okay? Love ya. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.